Hi, Jefferson. My name is Maria. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. So, give me a brief overview of what brings you in here today.
Having some, I don't know, having some problems with my son and some of the issues he's going through, and some financial issues, and um, I started a new job, which is really good, but yeah, it's a lot of work at the same time too.
Uh, I understand. That sounds like a whole lot of things going on all at once, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So, tell me a little bit more about your son.
Um, so my son, his name is Jaden. Um, he recently became a father.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, and he's not in the best of relationships. The mother of his child is abusive. Well, there's no other way to put it. She's abusive. She's abusive to him. They fight a lot, and she can become physically abusive.
Mm-hmm.
And then to make matters worse, they have another child on the way.
Oh, man. So, that must take a toll on everyone, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I do understand that. And we'll get into all of that, but I want to ask you some questions. In order for me, I would like to get to know you a little bit better. And so, um, I have an assessment tool that I use, the biopsychosocial assessment,
Okay.
to get to know a little bit more about you. Is that okay?
Yes, that's
Okay.
fine.
A little bit about this is I'll ask you different questions. Some about your biological background, your psychological background, and also your socio-cultural background. And it just gives me an overview of who you are and a little bit more about you. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna get started with the biological. Can you give me a general medical history? Do you have any medical issues?
Mm,
Or anything medical at all.
I wear glasses. I have I've dealt with asthma, and currently, I'm a lot over. I'm a lot. I'm out of shape. I'm way overweight. Not happy with it at all.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Um, and I don't know if it's because of the weight or not. Could be because of the stress I'm under, but I know my blood pressure is pretty high too.
Okay. Okay. So I do appreciate that. Are you currently on any medications at all?
I do take medication for my blood pressure.
Okay.
Um, I was prescribed something for asthma, but I haven't taken it in a bit. I've been doing well in that area.
Oh, okay. That's great to hear. That's great to hear. Do you have any childhood health history?
Mm, I had allergies when I was a kid, really
Okay.
bad allergies and skin problems like
Okay.
eczema.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for that. So now we're going to go on to the psychological domain, and it sounds intimidating, but it really isn't. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, um, do you have any history with counseling? Have you ever been to a counselor before?
No.
Okay. Have you ever had suicidal or homicidal ideations?
No.
Okay. And
Mm-mm.
about substance use. Do you have any substance use history?
Um,
Drugs, alcohol, anything?
I drink occasionally, like socially, when I go
Okay.
out with friends. Um, years and years ago, um, during college, I used to smoke marijuana.
Oh, okay. Okay. But nothing recent.
No,
Okay. Is there any history of childhood abuse?
no.
Okay. Um, is there anything that ever happened that caused any type of psychological trauma?
What do you mean by that?
Anything that might have been traumatic for you?
Like it's in life in general?
Yeah.
Mm, uh, I did have a brother who was murdered.
Oh wow, that had to be really tough for you guys, you and your family.
It was.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yep, it was. Thanks.
Um, it looks like the next thing that I am going to talk about a little bit is your sociocultural background. So that's basically education and employment, things like that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So where are you employed at?
I am employed at Lake Michigan College.
Okay. And what do you do there?
I am a professor.
Okay.
I I teach communication courses.
No, that sounds very interesting.
Mm, it's fun. I mean, I teach courses on like public speaking,
Mm-hmm.
uh, introduction to human communication, things like that. And trying to think of everything I've taught. Gosh, taught some film classes in the past. Um, and recently I've been put in a position of head of the communications department.
Oh, that sounds really interesting.
It's you know what, I really like it a lot, um, but it's challenging. I like the work a lot, but it's challenging. There's just different things about the position that I didn't know that I'm still trying to figure out and learn how to navigate through.
Mm, I can totally understand that. I can totally understand that. And we'll certainly get into that a little bit more. But I want to go ahead and wrap up this assessment and then we can get a little bit more into everything. Okay.
Okay.
Has there been any legal issues?
Legal issues, as in like with myself?
Yeah.
No, no.
Okay. And can you talk to me about any relationships that you have, like your children, your mother, father, sisters, brothers, anything like that?
Um, well, I've been fortunate in that area. I have a really good relationship with my family.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have two sisters. I have, well, one brother because one of them passed away. Um, I have a great relationship with my parents, and I have two biological sons. Believe it or not, I've raised six kids. Been married twice, and all of them are great. All the kids are great. It's just the one, Jaden, that's living with me right now. As I'm trying to help him because I'm trying to help him get through school and get him on his feet now that he's a father and stuff.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm really glad to hear that. Um, and how about your parents? How's your relationship with your parents?
My relationship with my parents is it's good. It's good. I grew up with my mother and my stepfather. And once I got older, I became curious about my father because we didn't have much of a relationship, and came out to visit him. and liked the area and wanted to learn more about him and stuff. So I ended up moving out to Michigan.
Oh, you moved to Michigan from where? Where'd you come from?
I moved out to Michigan from New York.
Oh, wonderful,
Mm-hmm.
wonderful. So, just so I'm clear, your mother lived in New York and your father lives
Yes,
here in Michigan?
that's correct. My
Oh,
mother
okay.
and my stepfather live in New York, and my father and my stepmother live in Michigan.
Okay. Okay, that's wonderful. That's great. Do you spend time with your family at all?
Yes. Unfortunately, because of distance and time and things of that nature, I get to see my mother and my stepfather maybe once, maybe twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of the family I see pretty much like every other weekend.
Oh, okay, that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
That must be a nice getaway for you, away from school and away from work and all of that.
Really,
Yes.
really, you had to break
So
character.
so um your education history. Tell me about where you went to high school.
Uh, so I went to a specialized high school.
Okay.
The high school I went to was the high school of fashion industries.
Okay.
So it was a public school, but it was specialized in that it was attached to the fashion industry, and you had to take a test in order to get into the school.
Oh, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So so I assume you went to college because you are a professor.
Um, yeah, to my surprise, yes, I did go to college. It's just fascinating. It's or funny to me that I'm actually teaching. I didn't always do well in school, and I actually stumbled into teaching, and I love every bit of it. It's a good profession.
Oh, that's excellent. So what colleges did you go to?
I actually studied film first at the School of Visual Arts in New York City,
Okay. That sounds very
and
interesting.
it was fun. It was definitely fun. And then when I moved out to Michigan, that's when I actually started getting into the field of education and went back to school. And I went to Andrews University to study communications.
Okay. And so you graduated from there, I assume?
Yes,
Oh, okay. That's wonderful.
yes, I did. Uh, Graduated from there, and shortly after that, I started teaching at a college level.
Okay. That sounds very interesting. Thank you for that. Um, so can you talk to me about your current living situation?
Well, currently I live alone.
Oh,
Um, in the process of looking for a house, so we could have more room. So while my son is in school, he can live with me and get himself together until he could get on his feet after he graduates.
oh, okay. So you just got a lot of plans, huh?
Well, it wasn't expected, but under the circumstances, yeah, I'm trying to put these things together.
Yeah, that's what we do as parents. We just do what's necessary for our kids. So, let's see here. It looks like the next thing. Tell me about your religion or spirituality at all, or lack, or
Well, it's funny that you asked that because my father, he used to be a pastor. He's retired, but I did a lot of hopping around and studying different religions, and I definitely do believe in God and I do believe in the Bible, but I'm not into organized religion.
okay, okay. And then have you, um, uh, has there ever been any type of multicultural issues?
What do you mean by like? What do you mean by multicultural issues?
Um, with anything to do with culture, race, sex, gender.
No, I haven't had any problems. I know my son once had an altercation, but nothing that was like in the home or anything. It was something that happened with him at school that had to deal with race.
Oh, okay, that's that's wonderful. Oh, I'll let you get that, sir.
Thank you. All right. I'm sorry. That's actually Jaden. He's actually the one that had the problem at school. He is biracial, and he ran into a situation with some students that were calling him some derogatory terms. And when he stood up for himself, it turned into an altercation at the school.
Oh no, that had to be a tough situation for him to have to deal with.
It was. It was. Until um, well, basically, we had to prove why and what had happened, and fortunately for us, the students that were causing the problems also posted things in social media, and which is terrible, but it was fortunate for us because it helped us in proving our case about what was going on.
Oh, okay. So tell me a little bit about your other kids.
Oh, um, we're pretty diverse. Black, and my other son is black and white, and um, daughters that are black and Mexican.
Oh wow, that's you guys definitely have a diverse home, huh?
Yes, yes,
That's really interesting.
yeah, yeah. It is definitely interesting. The kids are grown now, but it was fun watching them grow and raising them all together, and watching the relationships that was developing between them.
Oh, that sounds really nice. Did they ever show did the kids ever with them being different races, did you notice any differences or any type of tension with that at all?
No, again, we didn't have problems in the house, and that's because we didn't really like treat them any different. You
Mhm.
know, family was just family, and that's just the way it is. Not only that, but the rest of the family is so diverse that nobody like would treat anyone different because of skin color, the way they look, or the way they talk. Because, like I said, there's so much diversity in the family. So,
Okay. Okay, that's a really good thing. It's good that they felt safe at home and felt like they belonged at home. That's always a good thing. So it looks like the next thing to ask is about your financial resources. How do you feel about your financial status?
well, I am a teacher, so I am part of the middle class, and although I love what I do, and I think the pay is okay. There's some financial hardships, some struggles,
Yeah, you mentioned.
economic struggles I'm going through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did mention that earlier. Is there any other financial things that you care to mention?
No,
Oh, okay. Um, how about a military history?
nope,
No
no,
military
no
history.
military history.
Oh, okay. Um, so last but not least, how about any interests or hobbies?
Um, I used to be into martial arts. I haven't done that in a while. Mostly kind of like as a de-stressor. I enjoy watching movies like superhero movies from Marvel and DC. And I like to watch sports. I like to watch basketball with my sons.
Oh, that sounds very gratifying. Well, it looks like this is all of the questions that I have to ask you for our biopsychosocial assessment. And we'll definitely get into some more specific details. Do you have any questions for me or anything else you want to share?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. Thank you so much.